It's 15:06 GMT. This is Bola Mosuro with Focus on Africa from the BBC World Service. And coming up, Zimbabwean writer Petina Gapa on her obsession with the missionary and explorer David Livingstone. But we start in Nigeria, where 58 people who had contact with an Italian man who tested positive for coronavirus have been traced and have now been put in isolation. The Italian who works in Nigeria is the country's first coronavirus patient, and today the health minister Osagi Ihanire gave a briefing in which he said they're trying to find 156 passengers who are on board the same flight. Well, that's proving quite difficult. But the man who arrived last Monday on a flight from Milan via Istanbul also travelled to Abeokuta in Ogun State before being isolated. So what's been made of the Nigerian government's response? Dr. Kemi Oluloya is a clinical pharmacist and community activist based in Lagos.
The person in Ogun State, the index patient as the government calls him, okay, they also call him an Italian, that national has had contact with quite a lot of people. It's very, very almost impossible to track those people. You're not talking about America or some modern countries. This is Nigeria. People are not going to come forward and say, I have contacted this person. Let me take a look at myself. If I had contact with this person, I didn't even know he was the person. I'm not going to go out there and say, oh, I had contact with him. I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose my everything. People are going to stigmatize everybody. So what I think the government should be doing now is sensitizing people on the streets. That's the only part that I really feel is missing. On-the-ground people. The government needs more people on the streets to talk to people in Yoruba, in Igbo, in Pidgin. I know all the languages except Hausa, but I'm using my own to do things on my own platforms.
What message do you now think needs to be given out to people in Abeokuta who believe they may have come in contact, or those who were on the Turkish Airlines flight, to kind of mitigate the kind of attitude that you said some people may have?
Regarding Governor Dapo Abiodun, he actually, spoke about 28 people who were quarantined in his state, Ogun State, with regards to the index patient having contact with them. But the most important thing that I would tell people in that state or in that area or in that company where he had contact with them is no need for panic, okay? The most important thing is they are quarantined, and others who work in the company should prevent themselves from having this disease. The biggest thing there is stigma and also education. Everybody is so heightened that they're running to buy everything from hand wash, sanitizers to masks and all that.
Is there anything that clinical pharmacists such as yourself and others in the medical profession are doing to disabuse people? It's almost like people are hyped up and very scared. How does one reassure the people that if you go through the right processes, things will be fine?
I will urge pharmacies across Nigeria to stop the heightening of fear by increasing the prices of supplies. I mean, the prices of masks and sanitizers have shot up 800%. That shows a pharmacy heightening fear. Not everybody needs a mask. I'm personally urging people that you need a mask if you cough a lot, sneeze a lot, okay? Or you're taking care of someone with a disease, an infectious disease, or someone with coronavirus, but you don't necessarily, everybody's walking out there with masks in their faces. And people are asking me, I'm in a car commuting every day. What if somebody next to me coughs? I said, okay, that's a good one. We're also telling those people that cough, sneeze into your arm, cough into your arm. Don't sneeze into the air anymore. I just told my son a few minutes ago, he sneezed out. And I said, look, I could have caught something from you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
She's Dr. Kemi Oluloya, a clinical pharmacist and community activist in Lagos. And in our next edition, we'll also hear from the WHO Africa Director, Dr. Maishidiso Moeti, on the continent's preparedness to tackle COVID-19.